Knowing how to figure things out is one of the most valuable skills you can have as a student, as a working professional, as a human, really. Now, the ability to figure things out is called resourcefulness. And resourcefulness is a superpower. As a student, you are constantly going to be asked to do things that are hard for you to do, that you don't know how to do. Now, sometimes your teachers and professors will explain exactly what you need to do and how to do it. But some of the time, you need to figure that stuff out for yourself, and that's where we sometimes fall apart. Now, it gets tricky because as you move up in grade levels, the expectation that you will figure out the hard things increases. And the less and less your teachers and professors will explain how to do the things they expect you to do. Now, if you don't learn how to be resourceful in school, life later on can feel really, really hard. And that's not what you want. That's not what I want for you. Hi, I'm Katie Azevedo. I'm a private executive function coach who teaches students and professionals strategies to learn and work better. Please give this video a like, subscribe if you haven't done so already, and you can follow me over on Instagram if you want to. All of that stuff makes a world of difference, and now I'm going to give you 5 tips to figure things out when you're feeling stuck. But honestly, I want to make sure that you feel confident that you're in the right place and that this video is for you. And to do that, I'm going to start by giving you 4 signs that indicate that your resourcefulness isn't quite where it needs to be, which honestly you're probably already suspecting if you're watching this video. All right, so sign number 1 that needs to get better at figuring things out is that you regularly feel that other people around you know something that you don't know. Number 2 is you often repeat to yourself that you could have been successful if only, and then you fill in the blank with an excuse. Number 3, you avoid doing things because you don't know how to do them. And number 4, you stop working on something when you're not sure what the next step is. Now, if even one of these signs resonated, if even one thing that I just went through clicked, then you are in the right place. And the following strategies will work for you. At least one of the following strategies will work for you to help you get unstuck, to help you feel more independent, and to help you feel like you, like everyone else around you, knows how to do the things. Now, the 5 strategies are for students, but they definitely work for working professionals because resourcefulness is a skill that applies like across contexts, and you actually need resourcefulness more and more as you get older. So here we go. Number 1, start somewhere. You have to start somewhere to even know that you're stuck. Even if you don't know exactly where to start, starting somewhere gives you valuable feedback. For example, if you have to write a history paper and you have no idea where to start, you could begin someplace really small, like flipping through your notes to just remind yourself of the topics that you've talked about in class recently. World War II? Great, then start with that. What do you want to write about World War II? You don't know? Fine, then Google essay topics about World War II. We're actually going to come back to Google in strategy number 3. Now, but if you hadn't just begun just by opening up your materials and flipping through your notes, you never would have arrived at the idea of, oh, hey, I'm going to do something about World War II. Now, when you do this strategy, you might find that you end up starting in the wrong spot and you have to go back a few steps. That's fine. That's actually awesome because just starting, even if it was in the wrong spot, okay, gives you feedback about where you should have started, which was, of course, a few steps before. For example, if we're sticking with the World War II example, let's say that you begin by just flipping through your notes, like I've already suggested. And then let's say by doing that, you come across a page of notes that you had forgotten about, which was the day the teacher assigned the assignment for the first time, and you had actually written some things down, some ideas about the assignment that he assigned like weeks ago. But you had actually forgotten that you even had that page of notes. If you hadn't just dived. If you didn't just dive into your notes, you never would have been reminded that you had already started that brainstorm process a few weeks ago. If you had just sat paralyzed and said, I don't know what to do. I have no idea what to do. I have no idea. I hear that all the time. I have no idea. Yeah, you do. You have idea. You have ideas. If you jump in, then you'll have more ideas. Start somewhere, even if it's in the wrong spot. How to figure things out. Tip number 2, try to identify what I call the wall. The wall is the exact point that you get stuck on something and you're unable to move any further. It's the point where you have exactly 2 choices. Quit altogether, okay, number one, or number two, try to get unstuck. Sometimes we're too quick to say, I don't get it. Like before we even begin, before we give ourselves a chance. But in reality, we know more than we give ourselves credit for. You know more than you give yourself credit for. So for example, let's say that you're working on math problems for homework. You get to the middle of problem 4 out of 10, and then you like throw down your pencil because everything just got hard and you don't know what to do, and you're about to give up. Wait though, you do know something. You knew how to do questions 1, 2, 3, and half of 4. Something fell apart about question 4. But our brain, in its cute little effort to protect us, is like, we don't know anything. We should just stop before we cause ourselves pain. But self-regulation involves challenging our brain, saying, do I know nothing? Is it that catastrophic? Is it that absolute? Do I know nothing? False. You do know something. The wall happened in the middle of question 4. Okay, so we figured that out. What do we do now? You figure out what question 4 is asking you. What type of question is question 4? Go into your textbook where it's explaining how to do that type of question. Google how to do that type of question. Go into your notes where you have, what are they called? Example questions that your teacher put up on the board, okay, or posted notes about. Figure out where in question 4 you got stuck, and then find that exact type of question or problem somewhere else. What you don't want to do is just have a blanket statement of like, I don't know how to do this. You might, I'm gonna go like real basic here. Let's say you were doing easy division. So I'm going like real basic math for a sec. And you knew questions 1, 2, 3 was like easy division with like just 2 numbers. Or like 2-digit numbers. So like 56 divided by like 8. And then your next question, question 4, was like 56 divided by 14. Okay, well what's different about question 4 from questions 1 through 3? Now it's another digit in there. Instead of divided by 8, it's divided by 14. So your brain, I'm just trying to give you an example of what this would look like on a basic level, would go, okay, I don't know how to divide by 2-digit numbers. That's what I don't know. That's the wall. That's the exact point where there was like an understanding breakdown. So then you would go to your textbook, how to divide by 2-digit numbers. You'd go to Google, how to divide by 2-digit numbers. You'd go into your notes or whatever and try to find that, okay? But I don't know math. It just isn't gonna cut it. That's not a sign of resourcefulness. Number 3, Google it. I wanna give you a real life example, okay, of a student that I've worked with. I'm gonna call her Anna. That's not her real name because she's probably watching this video and it's gonna be like, that's me. Okay, she comes into my office disappointed that she lost 10 points on an essay. That's a lot for not having proper MLA format. Honestly, that's like a lot of points to lose, but like to the teacher's defense, like that was the assignment, use proper MLA format. Blah, blah, blah. So I asked her, why didn't you use MLA format? And she said, well, I didn't know how. And the teacher didn't teach us. And like, it takes everything I have to be like, are you kidding me? Just being honest, all right? But Anna, come on. A simple Google search for MLA format, like even Google Images, okay, would have given Anna the answer in like 2 seconds flat. And it would have given her 10 points. Let's look at another example. This is actually another real example of a real student. I'm gonna call him Chris, okay? So Chris uses Notability, the note-taking app, on his iPad. And he usually submits assignments from Notability into his learning management system, which is called Canvas. Super easy to submit from Notability into Canvas. But for this one teacher, for this one assignment, he was asked to email the assignment that was in Notability. So he comes into my office, into a session, and we're looking at like missing assignments. And the assignment's missing. And he's like, yeah, but I did it. And I'm like, but why is it missing? He's like, because I didn't submit it. Well, why didn't you submit it? I didn't know how. What do you mean you didn't know how? I had to email it. Well, why didn't you email it? I didn't know how to email it. And like, that was the actual conversation. And I'm thinking, why didn't we Google how to email from Notability, right? But that's an example of resourcefulness versus not resourcefulness. It's like 0 points on an assignment. My last example, this is actually a personal example, okay? I'm gonna get a little vulnerable right here. The camera that I'm using right now is brand new. This video is the first time that I'm filming with this camera. In fact, I bought it months ago. I'm kind of embarrassed to say this, but like, whatever. And I haven't touched it in months because I didn't know how to use it. The person at the camera shop like showed me a couple things, but I totally forgot, right? And so I've been experiencing some anxiety about filming and using this camera because I didn't know how to do it. So you know what I did yesterday? Swallowed my own medicine and I Googled how to use a Sony ZV something. I forget. Something 10. What's EV, VZ, whatever. Okay. I Googled basic functions like beginners, like how to use a Sony, whatever, for beginners. Look at me now. Look at me now. I'm using my camera. Is it gonna be amazing? Are there features that like I could have figured out and made better? Is my light? I don't even know. I don't even know. Don't even tell me if it could be better. This is what, I'm so proud of myself right now. My wall, okay, if I would identify my wall, is that I didn't know how to use my camera, and that was keeping me from even filming videos. And if, like, I haven't uploaded a video to YouTube and I don't even know, how long, okay? So I identified my wall, which is I don't know how to use my camera. I'm going to Google how to use my camera. All right, number 4 is use your resources. Now your school resources include your textbook, your teacher notes, your own notes, online PDFs, things that have been posted to your portal, and your teacher. So if you get stuck not knowing how to do something and Googling it doesn't help, go to your actual resources. This tip is actually so simple that it's one of the easiest to forget. Are you doing a math problem for homework and you get stuck on step number 3? Go to your textbook. Are you writing an essay and you're forgetting what's required of you? Go to the rubric. Are you studying for science and you forget the difference between 2 like biology terms? Look at the slides your teacher posted to Classroom. Is that annoying? Yeah, maybe sometimes you want to like log in and like find where the thing was posted. That's not the point. The point is the information exists. It is in there. Is it annoying to find sometimes? That's irrelevant. You have to go find it. That's resourcefulness. That's figuring things out. Now, as a student, you have so much information at your fingertips. Teachers don't post slides and notes and textbooks and PDFs and all that stuff for like fun and giggles. It's there for you to use. And as you move through your grade levels, more and more you're going to be expected to use that stuff without being told to go into it. Okay? Tip number 5 is try again or try differently. Knowing how to figure things out goes hand in hand with trying again and again and again, and then at some point, trying differently and differently and differently. When we don't know how to do something and we're trying something for the first time and we get it wrong, it's really common for us to say, well, see, I knew it. Like, that's the evidence that I didn't know it. That's the evidence that I can't do this thing. Resist that. It's normal, and you should expect that response, but don't listen to it. If you try something and it didn't work, try it again. If you try it again and it doesn't work, try it different. Do a different Google search. Try Google Images instead of Google Web. Watch a different YouTube video. Take a break, think it over, try something different. There is an answer out there, and you are capable of finding it. These are essential beliefs you have to buy into before you ever succeed in figuring things out. If your default is like, but I don't know and I'm not good at that, then you are correct. Okay? You have to change the mindset. You have to go into something saying, the answer is there. I'm the excavator. Okay, I'm the scavenger. I'm gonna go find it. Resourcefulness is trying things and searching for things and believing that you're capable of doing that, which you are. Now, if you've made a genuine effort, like you've tried all of these 5 tips, plus a bazillion more, and you're just stuck, because sometimes we try something new or we're learning something new and it's so new to us that we don't know. We don't even know where to start. We don't even know what to Google, okay? In that case, you can ask your teacher for help. That's called self-advocacy. And these tips here about how to be resourceful is not about me saying never ask your teacher and do it all your own and like just be a solo adventurer. That's not my point. Asking for help is not a sign of weakness. It's not a sign of stupidity. Okay, if you're a student, it means reaching out and staying after school with a teacher. Hiring a tutor, it means working with a peer who understands the material better than you do. Okay, again, asking for help is called self-advocacy, and it's part of resourcefulness. It's an extension of resourcefulness. Now, in the description box for this video, I'm gonna leave a link to a video that's all about how to ask for help. So if that's where you struggle, I want you to go there. And of course, if you have questions, leave them in the comments and I'll see what I can do to help. And as always, I appreciate every single one of you. Thank you for your time. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.